Hello, everybody. So this would be a different type of content because you're going to see the title, obviously. But this is a series called Madness Combat. It's a series made by a man named Crinkles, or it's just a game that was created on like Newgrounds or something. That I've been watching for that I've watched like for years now, and I decided to come up with my own theory for the current lore of this series, since it's actually a really good series, but it's pretty violent and gory. So I wouldn't recommend watching it if you're very sensitive to, well, violence and gore. So yeah, be warned. So I'll get right into it. So this is the theory. In people have talked about the encounter in episode 9.5. There's a character named Hank J. Wimbledon. After dying, he basically gets into whatever, like, this dead realm that some people call hell. Well, I guess for the Madness Comedy universe, and this does take place in Nevada, which I don't know why that's important, but it just is. So basically, what happens is he dies, but then he faces himself. The mate, and you're gonna have to watch the series to get actual context on this. But there's two versions that I'm mostly focusing on: Consternation Hank and Antipathy Hank, which is named after their episodes. So in in the episode that the Antipathy's in, which is episode 6, which is the episode's name, he dies at the end of that. And then But then, after he dies, he revives and he becomes Consternation Hank. But then we get more context on this in episode 9.5, like I said before. So he basically revives, and then he goes into a bigger, like the Mag body, or like just a bigger and stronger version of Hank, like a revived form. But this is where the theory starts. If if while Hank Consternation was fighting Hank Antipathy in like whatever the void goddamn hell it was, where did Consternation go, huh? He probably went back to he probably okay. He probably went back to making he probably went he's probably where okay. Sorry. Consternation Hank probably ended up as well Consternation. Like the future Hank goes into the body of the dead Antipathy Hank, and then they switch bodies. But then the theory is basically the time loop. It's going to repeat the timeline over and over because currently Antipathy Hank took the bigger version of Hank, as shown in 9.5. But the my only problem is with that is what happens to Consternation? He's just stuck in the hell. So that probably leads you to believe that Consternation's actually the future hand was put into Antipathy's body, and then the cycle will repeat over and over, where Consternation goes. So the once Antipathy Hank was goes into the Mag body, becomes Consternation, which goes further in time when Consternation Hank dies and getting revived. He fights his past self, which is Antipathy, and basically they fight, and then the Antipathy Hank is taken and put into, well, the Mad King body, and then the Psycho, and then and the Consternation is put to the dead version of Antipathy Hank, and then the cycle continues. Thank you for watching. See you next.